In the world of British broadcasting, few voices carried the weight of trust and authority quite like Dermot Murnaghan. For decades, he was the calm presence in our living rooms, delivering the headlines that shaped our nation and the world beyond. From breaking the devastating news of Princess Diana's death to announcing the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Dermot wasn't just reporting history, he was part of it. But behind the composed exterior of one of television's most respected journalists lay a life rich with dedication, love, and ultimately, a profound battle that touched the hearts of millions. Today, we remember Dermot Murnaghan, his remarkable journey, the family that anchored him, and the quiet strength he showed until the very end. Born on December 26, 1957, in Barnstaple, Devon, Dermot John Murnaghan entered the world in the southwest of England, but his family's move to Northern Ireland shaped much of his early years. They settled in places like Armagh, Newry, and Hollywood, where young Dermot attended St. Malachy's Primary School and later Sullivan Upper School. Those formative years in Northern Ireland instilled in him a deep sense of resilience and curiosity about the world. Qualities that would serve him well in a career spent chasing stories amid chaos and change. He went on to study history at the University of Sussex, earning a master's degree, before pursuing postgraduate journalism training at City University London. It was a path fueled by intellect and a quiet determination to make sense of the world through clear, honest reporting. Dermot's entry into journalism began humbly, with trainee reporter roles on local newspapers. But his talent quickly propelled him forward. In the 1980s, he joined Channel 4 as a researcher and reporter for business programs, eventually stepping in front of the camera. His calm authority and sharp mind caught the eye of bigger audiences. By the early 1990s, he was presenting on ITV, fronting shows like The Big Story, The Lunchtime News, and eventually the prestigious News at 10. Imagine the weight of that moment in 1997, waking in the middle of the night to deliver the heartbreaking news of Princess Diana's tragic death to a stunned nation. Dermot handled it with the grace and professionalism that became his signature. His career was a masterclass in adaptability and excellence. In 2002, he moved to the BBC, becoming a familiar face on BBC Breakfast alongside presenters like Natasha Kaplinsky and Sion Williams. He stood in on the 6 and 10 o'clock news, and for over a decade, he hosted the beloved quiz show Eggheads, bringing wit and warmth to living rooms across the country. Then, in 2007, he joined Sky News, where he would spend the next 16 years as one of its lead anchors. From election nights that kept the country on edge to the solemn coverage of Queen Elizabeth II passing in 2022, Dermot was there, guiding viewers through it all with poise and humanity. He even hosted his own Sunday morning show, Murnaghan, and later Sky News Tonight. After stepping back in 2023, he continued with true crime documentaries like Killer Britain and a podcast called Legends of News, interviewing fellow journalists about the stories that defined their lives. But Dermot's life wasn't only defined by the stories he told. It was rooted in the love he built at home. In 1989, he married Maria Keegan, a fellow journalist he met through work. Their wedding in Camden marked the beginning of a partnership that would span nearly 37 years. Maria wasn't just his wife. She was his rock, managing the family budget, the household, and often raising their 4 children largely on her own while Dermot chased deadlines and breaking news across the globe. Together, they raised Kitty, Molly, Alice, and Jack, now grown adults carving their own paths. From metaverse marketing in Berlin to PR in London, environmental work in Ireland, and football coaching in Spain, Dermot often spoke with pride and a touch of awe about his family, admitting that his happiness came first and foremost from them, not from fame or fortune. Their home in Crouch End, North London, became a sanctuary. A leafy, village-like corner of the city with parks, community spirit, and easy access to the Emirates Stadium, where Dermot, a lifelong Arsenal fan, could indulge his passion for football. He loved cycling, running marathons in his younger days, and simple pleasures like family gatherings and time with friends. After leaving Sky, He embraced semi-retirement with the joy of more mornings waking up free, drawing back the curtains without the pressure of the next bulletin. He traveled, reflected, and cherished the ordinary moments that his demanding career had sometimes kept at arm's length. Maria, ever the steady presence, adjusted alongside him, their bond deepened by decades of shared life. Success in broadcasting brought stability, though Dermot was never one to flaunt wealth. Like many veteran presenters of his caliber, his career across ITV, BBC, and Sky likely afforded a comfortable lifestyle. A solid family home in a desirable area, the ability to support his children's pursuits, and the freedom to pursue personal interests like cycling and charity work. He measured success not in material terms, but in the trust viewers placed in him and the love surrounding him at home. He once said he didn't derive happiness from money, but from his wife, family, and the satisfaction of a job well done. That humility only made him more relatable to the audiences who invited him into their homes night after night. Then, in the summer of 2025, came the news that would change everything. While on a long-planned dream holiday with Maria, celebrating his newfound freedom in Singapore, Vietnam, and Malaysia, Dermot fell seriously ill. Rushing back to London and heading straight to A&E near their home, he received the devastating diagnosis, stage 4 advanced prostate cancer. It had spread, a bolt from the blue that blindsided him and his loved ones. At 67, this fit, active man who had always prioritized others now faced his own mortality head-on. It blindsides you, he later reflected. It's like a gut punch. He imagined the worry it placed on Maria and their children, regretting not getting tested sooner despite knowing the risks. In true journalistic fashion, Dermot turned his pain into purpose. Just days after his diagnosis, he took to social media with raw honesty. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 advanced prostate cancer. I'm responding positively to their excellent treatment and feeling well. I'm blessed to be fortified by the monumental love and support of my wife, family, and close friends. He urged men over 50, especially those in high-risk groups, to get tested. Early detection is crucial, he emphasized. This disease can sometimes progress rapidly without obvious symptoms. He became a passionate advocate, working with Prostate Cancer UK and prostate cancer research, even planning to join Sir Chris Hoy's charity bike ride despite his own challenges. His openness inspired countless viewers and listeners to check their health, potentially saving lives in the process. Throughout his treatment, Dermot spoke of hope amid the aggression of stage 4 cancer. New therapies offered promise, and he remained determined to make the most of his time. He wanted more moments with Maria, more laughter with his children, more ordinary days in the home they had built together. Family rallied around him in North London, their support a testament to the life he had nurtured beyond the spotlight. Colleagues remembered his warmth, professionalism, and integrity. The public flooded him with messages of goodwill, moved by the man who had informed them for so long, now facing his toughest story. Tragically, the battle ended sooner than hoped. On July 11th, 2026, at the age of 68, Dermot Murnaghan passed away peacefully at his home in North London, surrounded by the family who loved him most. His passing followed a period of illness with prostate cancer, but his final days were marked by the same grace he brought to every broadcast. In their statement, his family expressed deep gratitude to the medical teams for their compassion and to everyone who had sent kind words during his advocacy. They requested support for Prostate Cancer UK, prostate cancer research, and North London Hospice in his memory, a final act of giving from a man who used his platform to help others until the end. A small family funeral would be followed by a memorial at St. Bride's Church, the journalist's church on Fleet Street. Dermot Murnaghan's legacy stretches far beyond the headlines. He was a husband of unwavering partnership, a father who cherished his children even when work pulled him away, a broadcaster whose voice brought clarity to chaos, and a human being who, in his final chapter, reminded us all of our vulnerability and the power of early action. His life was one of service, to truth, to family, and ultimately to raising awareness that could spare others his pain. In an industry often criticized for flash, Dermot stood for substance, empathy, and quiet strength. As we reflect on his story, let it stir something in us. If you're a man listening today, especially over 50 or with risk factors, consider Dermot's plea. Get checked. Talk to your doctor. Early detection saves lives and spares families the heartache he faced. His courage in sharing his journey wasn't just informative. It was deeply emotional, a final gift from a man who spent his career connecting with millions. Thank you for joining me in remembering Dermot Murnaghan, a life well lived, a voice that will echo, and a reminder of what truly matters. If this tribute moved you, touched on the importance of health and family, or honored a broadcaster who informs so many of our days, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that matter. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps us bring more of these meaningful narratives to light. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Dermot would have wanted that.